Good morning, Paige.
Good morning.
Look at
I
your
am,
beautiful beach behind you.
I know. Whoop, remember my hand disappeared, so people know I'm not. No, I am. This is my backyard. I just took a picture of it.
Love it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful day.
Yeah. How are you this week?
I'm doing well. I mean, it's had its challenges.
I think that's
Nothing
the
that
winning
one can't.
tide. I'm seeing that in a lot of people's communication.
Well, it was like I was sharing to our group earlier this morning. So I'm trying to learn more about the moon phases and how they're affecting me, at least. And we're in that first quarter moon. As you look up, it's like, I call it the half moon, but it's in the first quarter phase. It's where, we're leaving that beautiful intention setting new moon sort of energy. And, you know, and for me, it's like, yay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm open up to this, and then it's like, the next quarter, the next week or so, I got to actually do something. And then there's, what? There's like, oh, I don't know about this.
I gotta
Or,
actually do something.
yeah, I know. It just doesn't magically happen. What? As Sue would say, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes it just seems like all these obstacles are coming and you're thinking, oh, okay, what, I thought this was going to be easy. It's just caused me to be aware and know that, okay, I can jump this hurdle. This obstacle will move. I will flow around it. And here it is. I mean,
Yeah.
moving then toward the full moon and
Yeah.
letting go. So just revealing more that I need to let go.
Right, for sure. Speaking of letting go, Mnemosyne.
Mnemosyne. Yes, very
Mnemosyne
good.
is
You got it.
our goddess of the week, and we were just talking about a concept of wanting to let go of the past versus, as Mnemosyne is gifting us the opportunity to explore within ourselves, actually honoring the past.
Yep.
I just want to forget this. I just want this to
we
be
do
over.
not regret the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wish to shut the door on it is what I've learned in the past. And in the past, we need to remember.
Yeah. And in the process of letting go, it's not letting go, just to kind of tie it in with what you were talking about with letting, we're moving into the time of letting go. It's not that we're letting go in this place of, I just want this to be over and I just need to move on from this. It's about, I don't have to live here anymore. I can take what I've gained from this and transform, right? Have
exactly
more transformative experience in my life now. So let's talk to that in the representation of Mnemosyne and what she offers us the opportunity to tap into within ourselves, and we can share a little bit more about what we've found out about her, what we've explored within ourselves, in getting to know her a little bit better for this week.
Yeah, sounds good. So what do you have? Tell us.
So just on a kind of a history level, Mnemosyne is the daughter of Uranus and Gaia, and she was the muse. She was the mother of the muses with Zeus, I think, is what we established. I may not be saying that exactly as it would have been written, but and so she is the personification of language, of the creation of sharing through language and through poetry and through writing. And in the early days, there was no writing. There was sharing through story, right? And we talked about that a little bit before we hopped on here together, about the importance of throughout the ages storytelling. And so if we look at the past as an opportunity to choose a different experience in the present, those stories that we have experienced throughout our lifetime, whether we have shared them or received them from others, are our messengers, are our gifts for how would I like to ingest and digest this information so that
We're going to rewrite our story.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a
Well,
blank
yeah,
slate. We can rewrite the story. We don't have to continue it, but
right.
there are lessons to be learned in the stories that we tell and we are told.
Yeah.
And
even the stories that we are telling
telling ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Most importantly, I think.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I think, and it's very timely in our culture right now. There have been stories that have been passed down when you look at the past and history, and we've been gifted now this opportunity to rewrite the story, take what we've learned in the past, what we experienced in the past, and move on and transform. I think it's beautiful. I think when I'm just looking at the card and the word the past, I think you were saying that it doesn't have to be a negative thing, like just let it go. Don't want to think about it. That's done and gone. And there's sometimes when we do have to cut the cord and okay, that is no longer.
But I can still learn from that.
You can still learn from it. And a lot of the past then is in a cellular level. It's within you.
And it's not just this lifetime, it's our generational cellular level.
Yeah. So we could even, do Ho'oponopono on and releasing that to the 7 generations back and the 7 going forward. I think that's what it is. I mean, this has really opened up a lot for me to explore, and a lot, and for everybody. I think we can kind of tap into some. I would suggest the story that we tell ourselves, the stories that we've been told.
Yeah.
What do we want to hang on to, and then what do we? Okay, that's good. Let me take that going forward, and this. I think we're all in that mode of moving forward. This whole time of quarantine, this whole time of reinventing ourselves, and then having to go with the flow and overcoming these obstacles and stuff. I think we're all like ready. Okay, I'm ready now. What is it that I want to do? What's the story? And
and then
so many things are coming to me.
Yeah, but to that point specifically, what are the stories that we've told ourselves to keep ourselves from moving forward? Right?
Yes.
To that these beliefs that we have about what we're capable of or what we're worthy of, and being able to really be the witness to those stories, to those experiences in the past that created those beliefs around what we can do, right? And I will say, just having done some research, and because that's the beautiful thing that we're doing here with this invoking the divine goddess, is really becoming more intimately aware of these goddesses and what it is that they represent and how they show themselves through our divine feminine experience, right? And so that's what I'm really loving about kind of exploring and digging into, what tools do we have to offer from this goddess? And what can we tap into with gratitude with this goddess? And what self-care things can we glean from this goddess? And because we have chosen those themes and those ideas, it's really gifted me, and I believe you, based on the conversations we've had, this opportunity to really get intimate with these beautiful beings. and I can't wait to start sharing even more with our community and diving into those explorations with them as we create, you know, these beautiful, like I'm just thinking all these stories that we're reading about these amazing goddesses and how we're going to be able to
I
like
know, who
take
knew?
that and share it.
I know. And those of you who are inspired to write a song,
Mm-hmm.
write a book, tell a story.
Yeah, this is your goddess. This is who you want to call on because she is able to help you tap into that muse, that, you know, she's the mother of the muse, then like, why not call on her, right? And I think that's why it's really interesting, these goddess chats. I'm beginning to see how they're growing and expanding. Like each week we have maybe a little longer time together that we're chatting, and it's just like, wow, look at how much information we're ingesting. It's going to be this point where all of a sudden we have an hour together and we're like, oh, I need more time.
But it's sometimes it just takes a while for us to learn how to pronounce the name. Mnemosyne. Is that right?
Yes, Mnemosyne. That was what we landed on after listening to many YouTube audio messages. But this is the beauty of diving into this work. This is the beauty of experiencing these goddesses on these levels and their stories, which is, you know, one of Mnemosyne's primary messages to us is to experience these stories and to ingest whatever it is that's really speaking to you, to inspire you to create a new world.
Right. And we learn from these goddesses, from their experiences in their realm, the stories that have been told about them. And that's really interesting too, because that's another way we can learn is through their story.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, there's just so many
there's
layers.
So much, like mind blown right now. Boom. Which is so good for us because we will be utilizing all of that energy moving forward. Yay!
Wait, yes, this is exactly, I'm just thinking this is exactly what we needed to hear, you and I, in our planning going forward for this group, what we want to do. And for those of you who are watching now or later, what story do you want to tell? What part of your past are you thinking of bringing along with into your future and in a new and different way? We want to help you and assist you in invoking that part of you, that energy. And as you and I talk, you know, we feed on each other's energy and we get ideas and all that. It's so much more fun to do it in a group than just sitting alone having these aha moments, because how much more fun is it to share an aha moment with your sisters, right?
Right, exactly. And it's interesting because when we were speaking about Mnemosyne, all of a sudden I had this intuitive like it just came in, and it's because we amp each other up, right? We help each other really tap in to the divine goddess, really tap in. So I am grateful for all of the stories that brought us here, because all of the stories that we experience throughout our lifetime or generationally have opened the door for this exploration, for you and I to deepen our connection with the divine feminine and ourselves, and to allow that to expand and rise, and it's such a beautiful journey to be taking with you, my friends.
It is.
And with all of these amazing goddesses, like every time we dive deeper in, I'm like, whoa!
I know. And your comments and what you share on the Facebook group, thank you. Keep them coming. They really do inspire me. So if you ever come up with something inspiring about Mnemosyne, or
Yeah,
any of the
share
other
it with us.
goddesses. I think you
Yeah.
please share, because we want to know. It's all part of the journey together. Yeah.
Absolutely, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, Goddess Sister, thank you so much for our chat, and
Yes.
we look forward to seeing you all soon, friends. Just as a reminder, if you're joining us for our first Goddess Book Circle, that will be next Wednesday, July the 8th at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And we are exploring a return to love.
Yes, yes. And my book
So,
is so full of I think I have less words, well, more words highlighted than than not, which is
yeah.
good. It's just a lot of beautiful stuff. Looking forward to sharing that.
Yes, indeed.
Language, stories, words.
Exactly. This is how we grow and
Yes.
expand, sharing our stories and reading the stories of others. It
That's
really
right.
helps to inspire. So,
Mm-hmm.
with that,
All right.
we hope
Yes.
you have a beautiful day, and we will see you again soon, goddesses. Have a good day.
Bye. Have a good day. Namaste.
Namaste.